Welcome back to a brand new video, and today we're talking about the Raw Monday Night Raw review. But before we get into this video, drop a big thumbs up down below, subscribe button if you are new, because I'm on the road to 500 subscribers. Really like it before the end of the year is over. Anyway, oh, also happy Labor Day. So yeah, but yeah. Anyway, let's hop into today's video. The show started off with main event Jey Uso and the Yeah Man, the Slim Jim Man, LA Knight came out and they were getting mad. LA Knight was mad because what happened at Clash in Paris that Jey Uso did it, even though it was a fatal four way and it's every man for himself. Don't know what LA Knight was mad about. And we got Jey with no Yeet merch on, which was weird. They were talking about they're just mad at each other, blah, 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 blah. And I feel like this promo is kind of very heelish for LA Knight, because I don't know, I feel like he might turn heel sometimes, but honestly, I don't think he's a people have been saying that LA Knights have been having heelish promos. They're wrong, because I'm right, I'm always right. I'm the greatest person on the world, I'm the smartest person in the entire world. They're wrong, and LA Knight's never turning heel, because he's gonna be a babyface. I run WWE. I run WWE. They're just wrong. They're wrong. They're wrong. They're wrong. They're wrong. They're wrong. They're wrong, right? Yeah. But anyway, B&B Security came out, and LA Knight did question their intelligence in saying that they didn't pass 8th grade because they liked 8th grade so much. And this promo ended up turning into a tag team match that ended up main eventing this show. And if you take a look at Bronson Reed, sure, it says Tribal Thief. Yes, they're still going on with a Tribal Thief gimmick. Let's just be clear. You don't need the Shuafala to fit around and be still calling yourself the Tribal Thief, because he is a Tribal Thief. And just to remind you, have you acknowledged the Tribal Thief? Bronson Reed. Come on. You have to acknowledge him. You have to acknowledge him. You have to acknowledge him. He's the Tribal Thief. He's the only Tribal Thief that ever mattered. He's better than Roman Reigns. He's better than any other one. He's the Tribal Thief, Bronson Reed, and nobody is ever going to take his title. Even that loser, Roman Reigns, who acts like he's a Tribal Thief, even though the real Tribal Thief is Bronson Reed. We ended up getting a women's tag team match where we had the Kabuki Warriors take on Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez of the Judgment Day. This match was pretty good, but I will say they were trying to show a replay of a clip that happened in this match. Instead of us actually looking and seeing the replay, we ended up seeing the WWE Raw transition logo for the entirety of that replay, so we never actually ended up seeing the replay. A good job, WWE. A multi-billion-dollar company somehow messed up an entire replay. A multi-billion with a B messed up production for a replay. How does that happen? How does that happen? How does a multi-billion-dollar company mess that up? No, seriously, how does that happen? Like, that should be like a company that should be happening to like an indie company that doesn't even have $1 million in their capital, but a multi-billion-dollar company that has multi-billion dollars in their bank account messing up production for replays. That shouldn't be happening. That shouldn't be happening. Like, I'm being dead serious. But we did end up seeing Kairi Sane hit a flying insane elbow from the top rope on Raquel Rodriguez. Then Asuka hit the Booty Destroyer 3000 on what's her name? Roxanne Perez. But it didn't really look that clean, so Asuka decided, you know what? To put her away, I'm going to put the Asuka lock for the tap out. And the Kabuki Warriors win the match, defeating Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez of the Judgment Day, and continuing this nice Japanese sitcom with Io Sky. That's what it is. It's just an Io Japanese sitcom at this point, right? The next match was Finn Balor versus Dragon Lee, and let me just tell you something right now. The French crowd was absolutely going insane for Finn Balor. They were literally chanting Finn Balor. They were like chanting Finn Balor. Duh, 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 duh. They were going. I forget the crowd, the chant, but they were doing like Finn Balor or something. I forget. It was like some crazy French like chant for Finn Balor. I'm not really exactly sure what it was. I forget. I remember it when I was watching the show, like I was singing along with it, but I forget. They were going crazy with though for Finn Balor. But while JD McDonough was distracting the referee, Dragon Lee did this nice Hurricane Rana to the outside where JD landed on the ground and Dragon Lee landed on his feet. He tried to climb onto the top turnbuckle where, of course, Finn Balor is laying right here. Tried to do the stomp to the chest, but Finn Balor grabbed his mask, pulled him down, got on the top rope, hit him with the coup de grace for the 1, 2, 3, and the French crowd went absolutely insane. And we even seen Finn Balor celebrating with the French crowd, like looking like he actually proud of it. And honestly, I'm surprised that Finn Balor got the win here because for some reason Triple H absolutely hates Finn Balor. I don't know what Finn Balor did to Triple H. Maybe he peed in his coffee. Maybe he accidentally peed on Triple H or something. Maybe he accidentally did something to Stephanie. Don't know what he did to for Triple H to hate him this much. I have no clue. Like I wish I knew. Like honestly, I wish I knew why Finn Balor is hated by Triple H so much. I don't have any backstage clips or like screenshots, so I'm just gonna use this because it has Kyrie Sane in it. But anyway, Asuka keeps on telling Io that she only has one friend, and it's them. Kyrie looked like she's about to try to tell Io something, but then you hear all of a sudden, Kyrie! By Asuka, and she has to go. And honestly, it looks like Kyrie doesn't even want to be doing this, and she kind of knows what Asuka's doing, or she's playing it off very well, trying to get sympathy, but then actually she's just gonna stab Io in the back, just like Asuka's about to be doing some very very soon, because we can already see where this story is going. And we had multiple episodes of this Japanese sitcom with Io, Asuka, and Kairi. So I enjoyed how many episodes of that Japanese sitcom we got. So yeah, I'm really glad we got some of that. You know what I'm saying? Very glad. Now, for some reason, WWE decided to have the Bull Raiders and Penta team up and go against the New Day, right? Um, Now it makes sense that Grayson Waller and the New Day team up, right? That's basically the New Day, right? But then you think Penta would get, I don't know, team up with, let's say, Andrade and Rey Fenix, luchadors against, a faction. But no. They went with the people that haven't been on TV, since WrestleMania, it feels like. The War Raiders that nobody even asked for. Nobody has asked for the War Raiders in literal months. Hey, when's the last time they've been on TV? Like, for real, though. I have not seen them or heard about them in over a month. Like, I honestly forgot that the War Raiders actually exist. Like, that's a problem. But it doesn't matter because this crowd was so pro Penta. Like they were doing ole, 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 cedo, mido, ole, 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 cedo, mido. They were very pro Penta. Like they did not care for the New Day. They did not care for the War Raiders. As soon as Penta got in the ring, they were like, ole, 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 cedo, mido. Like all they cared about was saying Cyrdo, Mirdo, Ole, Ole, Ole to Penta, and honestly, it makes so much sense. By the way, can we just like stay in France for ever? Like honestly, it's probably better for this company, man. Like the crowd would be like, Ole, 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 Cyrdo, Mirdo. Can we just get here? Can we just get SummerSlam here, WrestleMania here? Can we get like everything here? Like, but I'm saying, can we get everything here? Like, I want WrestleMania 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. Then you can have somewhere else 50, all in France. I'm being dead serious. I would do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm being dead serious. I'm being dead serious. Anyway, Grayson Waller hit this mini code breaker on Eric, then tried it on Ivar, but Ivar threw him off him, and Penta ended up hitting Xavier Woods with a Mexican Destroyer for the 1, 2. 3. It wasn't Simplemento or something, whatever they say. I don't really know. I don't think I say that right, but who cares? My bad. But we did see Penta and the War Raiders win. We did hear Slimplemento. I think that's how you say it. I'm just making up words if I'm saying it wrong. My bad if I'm saying it wrong. Though. So yeah. But at least Penta got the win. Ole, 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 Cerdo, Mierdo. We got more of the Japanese sitcom, and this time we got Rhea Ripley being interrupted by Asuka and Kairi saying, or more like Asuka was saying, you're not friends with Io. And it looks like they're setting up a match between Asuka and Rhea Ripley. And by the way, if they're setting up a match between Asuka and Rhea Ripley, yes. Yes. The answer is yes. Do it, do it, do it. Do it. Because if we're going to get Asuka versus Rhea Ripley, it should have happened in France. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? It should have happened in France. So yeah, wait a second. Have we seen Rhea Ripley in France? Have we seen Rhea Ripley in France? Have we? Have we? Am I tripping or have we not? I don't know. Have we seen? I don't know. I don't think so. She wasn't at Backlash last year. She wasn't in Clash. She barely was. She didn't do a segment in. She only did backstage segments tonight. Really? She never did. What? Bro, that is crazy. I don't know. Anyway, yes, just give me Rhea versus Asuka. How many times, by the way? Yes. It was time for the Intercontinental Championship match where we saw AJ Styles take on Dominic Mysterio, and let me just tell you, when he came out, the literal French crowd was singing their absolute lungs out of their body. They were doing that phenomenal chant they do. I don't know. I literally had to Google translate it. And I literally had Google say what the chant was. And I still can't do this in the first couple words. I can't say, like, it's an LS Vermont. Like, I don't even know. And then when I tried it, I think I got the first couple words right. I can't go from that to phenomenal into like lo 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 lo. Like it makes it sound like, oh, I'm gonna try again, right? LS Vermontal phenomenal lo lo lo. I can't do it, bro. I can't do it. Like I can't do any other accent. I can only do my voice, bro. Like it's annoying. Oh my god, bro. I can never say any foreign language, bro. I'm gonna just stick to English from now on, bro. And I'm barely good at English, bro. Unbelievable. Yeah. During introductions for AJ Styles, Dom attacked him, getting some cheap heat. Even though Dom was getting cheap heat, let's be for real though. Dominic Mysterio is the king of luchadors. He's the greatest Intercontinental Champion that's ever stepped foot on the planet of France. And then he gets booed? Booed? The French crowd didn't even deserve to see the greatest luchador of all time, Dirty Dominic Mysterio, to take his be in his presence. They don't deserve to be in his presence. The king of luchadors, the greatest luchador of all time, Dirty Dominic Mysterio. And don't forget the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time. If I was there in France, I would beat up every French person there because they disrespected the GOAT in Dominic Mysterio. And they should be crying right now. They should cry themselves to sleep for disrespecting the absolute GOAT of the industry in Dirty Dominic Mysterio and the King of Luchadors. And honestly, if I was Dom, I would literally just spit in all of them faces, get all of the security guards to kick them all out because that's disrespectful. They don't deserve to be in the greatest presence that's ever existed, right? Even you know what, AJ doesn't deserve to have a match anyway. AJ is disgusting anyway. He smells. His hair is probably greasy. His beard's overgrown. He doesn't deserve to be in the presence of the cleanest, dirtiest, most luscious hair in the game, most beautiful mustache in the game. And for someone named Dirty Dominic Mysterio, Dom is probably smells like good greatness. His mustache, his hair is probably so clean and just smell. He should probably smell so good. And Dom just smells great. He has that beautiful title. He has a beautiful girlfriend in Liv Morgan. He has a beautiful wife. He has a beautiful ex-girlfriend in Rhea Ripley. It's not even fair, bro. It's not fair. And he had the chance to get Tiffany Stratton. Holy! My God. Whew. Oh, that sounds great, man. Sounds great. I can't believe people disrespected this man, though. Though, for some reason, AJ slammed the GOAT on the table. I feel disrespectful. If I was Dom, I would literally have AJ Styles fired for this, bro. If I was Dom, I would have everyone fired because make my chance. Because Dom has every power. Dom is. I run the show. Okay, my bad. Okay. You know what I feel? You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm done. Well, AJ hit the Styles Clash and for some reason made a rookie mistake, even though AJ's been in this business for 25 billion years, because he's old, he's ancient, he's 100, he's not young, spry like the GOAT, the 20-year veteran in Dominic Mysterio. But he made a rookie mistake, letting Dominic put his foot on the rope for the 1-2. Bro break. But yeah, that was crazy too. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy too. Yeah, and we got here. So we got here, right? And was AJ was getting subbed for the Phenomenal Forum. Before he could lift his feet off, the GOAT, the second greatest luchador of all time, grabbed AJ's foot, pulled him down, put that metal plate in his head ball, got it nice and centered, hit him in the chest, letting the GOAT in Dominic Mysterio hit a full extension frog slash to keep and retain the Intercontinental Championship, which makes Dominic Mysterio's Intercontinental Championship legendary reign go on for better and bigger years. CM Punk comes out wanting Seth Rollins, but his music does hit. Seth Rollins' music hits, but it wasn't him. It was the man in Becky Lynch. And Becky was complaining about how the crowd was chanting CM Punk's name during her matches, Seth's matches after they left for about 10 years. And all that stuff like that, and saying that he's old news. They wish him if whatever, with good your for endeavors when you get fired or something. I don't really know what they say. Um, and then they say, we're in a revolution because we started the revolution, and the fans say, "Oh, they carried me." And Becky says, "The fans didn't carry me to the main event of WrestleMania. It was me that did it." And like more of that stuff. But then CM Punk says, "You know what? Whoa, 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 whoa. It's not my fault that I'm the best in the world. It's not my fault that these Paris people chant my name." So yeah, and they kept chanting the name, all that stuff like that. But then Seth Rollins eventually did come out saying all that stuff. What? Come, and he said, "Come get me, Punk. Come get me." And then right before Punk could do it, Becky Lynch steps in his way, saying, "Nope, you're not going there. Nope, you're not going there. Nope, you're not going anywhere. You ain't gonna leave this building." And Seth ended up walking away, and then we see Becky Lynch start slapping him, headbutting him, slapping him around, pushing him like that, boom, 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 and pushing him, all that stuff like that. And then Punk says one last thing. By the way, before I thought that CM Punk was about to GTS her because the look on his face, he was so mad, so mad. It looks like he's about to pick her up and GTS her. But let's be for real. Old CM Punk, like 2010 or 29 or 2010 to 2010 to 2009, CM Punk would have definitely GTS her or shaved her head off. Like, let's be honest here. Let's be honest. That's what would have happened. Would have happened. But that's not what I'm saying anymore. Punk did say that he's gonna regret Seth for cashing in on me and regret Becky for slapping me around, which basically means AJ Lee return. Come on. Okay, hold on. WWE is setting themselves up for failure if they don't get AJ Lee. I'm being serious. WWE is setting themselves up for failure if we don't get AJ Lee. They made this program, this segment, make it sound like AJ Lee's returning. It makes it sound like that. They're giving the fans too high of expectations, and they're gonna set themselves up for fail if it's not AJ Lee, if it's Rhea Ripley, if it's Bayley, heck, if it's Roxanne Perez, which makes no sense in the world. They're gonna be booed. Everyone's gonna boo it. It's gonna set them up for failure. It's gonna set them up for failure because they've already told the fans basically that AJ Lee's returning, and if it's not AJ Lee, they're setting up themselves for failure for basically not actually saying it, but basically telling us that AJ Lee is returning. Basically, that's what it tells us. And if it doesn't happen, we're all going to be mad. We're all going to be mad at WWE because basically telling us that, hey, AJ Lee's returning. Are you guys excited? Oh. And if AJ Lee doesn't return on SmackDown on this Friday in Chicago, by the way, Chicago's the greatest city on earth. Don't forget it. We're all going to be very disappointed and mad at WWE. Let's face it, that's what's just going to happen. Also, Adam Pearce and CM Punk had to talk, and Punk told Adam he's going to be in Chicago, Illinois, the greatest city on earth, for SmackDown. And, if you put 2 to 2 together, CM Punk, he's from Chicago. He lives there, I'm pretty sure now, or still. Like 99. He's married to AJ. He's married to AJ Lee. AJ, I think they both live in Chicago because they're married. Yeah. I'm like 99% sure that we're gonna see AJ Lee at SmackDown. And also, don't forget, There's a John Cena's gonna be in Chicago, right? And and a potential Brock Lesnar, the greatest city on earth, Chicago, is about to get CM Punk, AJ Lee potentially, a John Cena which they're known for hating, even though now they're probably going to cheer him because it's John Cena, and a potential Brock Lesnar. All four. Bro, this is why Chicago's the greatest city on earth, and you cannot tell me. I also am some biased, by the way. I'm a little biased, but you can't tell me that no way they're gonna get four. Unbelievable. They're gonna get AJ Lee. AJ Lee. This is awesome. Absolutely awesome. I love professional wrestling just because of this. Well, it was time for the Jey Uso LA Knight tag team match with the B&B security. Don't got any pictures of it because WWE said, no, you guys don't deserve pictures. Only get to spoil everything or something like that. I don't really care. But again, it's the Vision taking on some variation of these baby faces. What a surprise. What a surprise. Anyway, LA Knight and Jey Uso were mostly working together most of the match. Jay and LA Knight worked together to clothesline Bronson Reed out of the ring. Then Jay hit a dive on them. LA Knight did basically the same thing. Jay hit a spear on Bronson. Then Uso splashed, but then all of a sudden Braun Breaker hits Jey Uso with a nasty spear, pinning him for the 1-2-3. Match is over. Surprisingly clean win. Actually, surprise. Then Braun Breaker hits another spear on Jay, but before Bronson Reed hits his tsunami on Jay, LA Knight helps, but gets caught with the spear by Braun Breaker, letting Bronson hit his tsunami on Jey Uso, and yeah. But then, before another tsunami could happen, Jimmy Uso came out, which, by the way, the Uso brothers have a terrible timing, because they always come out literally 5 minutes after they actually are needed to come out. Like they should come out way better earlier than that, even though they should be out. I don't even know. I don't understand how it works. But Jimmy came out with the chair, got the B&B security away, and checked on his brother Jay. And you know what this means, right? It finally happened. It finally happened. We got Jimmy Uso out of the Bloodline Vortex. It finally happened. After a long 5 years, after a long, stressful 5 years, we got Jimmy Uso out of the Bloodline Vortex and hopefully forever get out of it. Now we just need Sam to get out of it, and now we need Jacob Fatu to get out of it. Is it possible? I didn't think it was possible that we could get Jimmy out of the Bloodline Vortex, but we got him out. I think anything's possible at this point. We finally got Jimmy Uso out of the Bloodline Vortex, which was highly needed. So, congratulations. Congratulations, WWE, for doing the impossible and getting this man, Jimmy Uso, out of the Bloodline Vortex. Also, I'm already seeing what's happening. Survivor Series, War Games, San Diego, California. Jimmy, the Usos. LA Knight, probably. CM Punk, probably. Maybe Roman Reigns. Yeah, Roman Reigns, right? And then we got the Vision. We got the Vision, right? Which would be Seth Rollins, Bronson Reed, and Braun Breaker. And I don't even know who else. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm filming a video. 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 I'm not even on. I'm filming a video. I don't even know. You said it? Anyway, that's all, guys. Today, have a beautiful rest of your day. See you tomorrow. Bye.